Welcome to Blueprints for Mindful Mastery. What if the pursuit of pleasure is the root of all suffering? Stoicism teaches us just that. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy born in the cradle of Western civilization, invites us to scrutinize our relationship with pleasure. It nudges us to question whether the joy we derive from indulgence is authentic or just a fleeting illusion. Consider the sweet allure of a chocolate cake. It's rich, velvety, and oh so tempting. In the moment, it brings immeasurable pleasure. But what happens when the last morsel is consumed? We are often left with a sense of emptiness, a yearning for more or worse, a pang of regret for succumbing to temptation. This is the aftermath of indulgence, the less glamorous side of pleasure that we often overlook. Stoicism encourages us to practice moderation. It doesn't demand us to renounce pleasure entirely, but rather to engage with it judiciously. By doing so, we can avoid the pitfalls of excess and unnecessary suffering. It's like enjoying a slice of cake, but stopping before the second slice, mindful of the consequences. Self-control is the linchpin in this equation. It's the ability to resist the siren call of immediate gratification for the sake of long-term well-being. It's the power to choose a path of balance and sustainability over one of fleeting satisfaction. So in the grand scheme of things, Stoicism isn't about waging a war against pleasure. It's about understanding its nature, its allure, and its potential to cause harm when unchecked. In the battle against pleasure, moderation is our greatest weapon. How often do you willingly step out of your comfort zone? This question lies at the heart of our second Stoic lesson. Seek discomfort. The Stoics understood that comfort is a double-edged sword. Yes, it provides us with ease, but it also breeds dependency, making us vulnerable to life's inevitable hardships. Stoic philosophy encourages us to embrace discomfort, to willingly step into the arena of challenges. This practice is not about courting unnecessary hardship, but rather about developing resilience. As we expose ourselves to discomfort, we become stronger, more adaptable. We learn to weather storms without losing our footing, to face adversity without losing our cool. It's an exercise in building mental and emotional muscles. Imagine for a moment that you're in a warm, cozy room. It's comfortable, yes, but it's also stifling, limiting. Now imagine stepping out into the cold, feeling the wind on your skin, the ground beneath your feet. It's uncomfortable, sure, but it's also invigorating, liberating. This is the essence of seeking discomfort. The world outside our comfort zone is vast and varied. It's filled with experiences that can stretch us, challenge us, and ultimately make us stronger. We need to embrace these experiences, to actively seek them out. By doing so, we cultivate resilience, we foster growth, we expand our horizons. By seeking discomfort, we build a resilience that comforts can never provide. This is the Stoic way, the path to self-discipline and emotional control. It's a journey that begins with a single step, a step out of our comfort zone. Are your habits controlling you, or are you controlling them? This question serves as a wake-up call, echoing the Stoic principle of taking charge of our own actions. Habits, whether good or bad, have a profound impact on our lives. They shape our daily routines, our character, and ultimately our destiny. But what happens when harmful habits take the wheel? The answer is simple yet distressing. We become slaves to our own actions. We get trapped in a cycle of repeated behaviors, losing sight of our true potential. This is where the Stoic philosophy comes in, with its emphasis on self-discipline and emotional control. The Stoics believed in the power of the human will to overcome obstacles. They understood that the key to breaking harmful habits is not sheer determination, but a deeper understanding of why we do what we do. It's about questioning our actions, assessing their consequences, and making a conscious decision to change. So how do we apply this Stoic lesson to our lives? Start by identifying your harmful habits. Understand their triggers and the rewards they provide. Then replace them with positive actions that serve your long-term goals. This is not an overnight process, but a journey of self-discovery and growth. The beauty of this journey lies in the empowerment it brings. The moment you take control of your habits, you reclaim your freedom. You become the architect of your own life, shaping it with purpose and intention. Quit being a slave to your habits and become the master of your actions. How many of your possessions do you truly need? A question that may seem daunting, but one that taps into the core of Stoic philosophy. Stoics believe in the power of simplicity and minimalism, a practice that transcends physical belongings and seeps into every aspect of life. Imagine a life devoid of clutter, not just in your home, but also in your mind. When we avoid the extra, we strip back the unnecessary layers that often shroud our true selves. The excess noise, the constant craving for more, the insatiable appetite for the new, all these are distractions that the Stoics encourage us to resist. The benefits of this practice are twofold. Firstly, by reducing our dependence on material possessions and superficial desires, we decrease our vulnerability. We're no longer at the mercy of fleeting trends or societal pressures. We're free from the shackles of consumerism, from the fear of not having enough, or worse, not being enough. Secondly, in embracing minimalism, we increase our autonomy. We start to define our worth not by what we own, but by who we are and what we stand for. We become masters of our fate, captains of our souls, as we navigate through life with a compass guided by values and principles, rather than material possessions. In essence, Stoicism teaches us that there's beauty in simplicity, strength in restraint, and freedom in detachment. In avoiding the extra, we find the essential. Are you rushing towards success or towards burnout? This question may seem counterintuitive, but it's at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us that the race towards success is not a sprint, but a marathon. And like any marathon, pacing is crucial. Consider the tortoise and the hare. The hare, quick and confident, rushes towards the finish line, but ultimately exhausts itself. The tortoise, on the other hand, might be slower, but its steady pace wins the race. This fable reflects the Stoic principle of taking a deliberate and steady approach to achieve long-term success. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush. We're pressured to achieve more, do more, and be more. But Stoicism advises us that rushing often leads to burnout, mistakes, and missed opportunities. It encourages us to slow down, to take the time to think, reflect, and make deliberate decisions. When we slow down, we create space for clarity and insight. We're better able to prioritize, to focus on what truly matters, and to align our actions with our values. We become more efficient, more effective, and more resilient. Instead of being reactive, we become proactive. Slowing down doesn't mean doing less. It means doing things with more thought, more care, and more purpose. It allows us to avoid unnecessary mistakes and setbacks, and ultimately leads us to our goals more quickly. By slowing down, we go faster towards our true goals. Do you shy away from physical activity and challenges, or do you embrace them? A question that might seem simple, but is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Stoics believe that our bodies, like our minds, are instruments we must wield with purpose and discipline. They saw physical activity not as a chore, but as an opportunity to embrace difficulty, to test our limits, and to grow stronger. Imagine a blacksmith hammering away at a piece of iron. With each strike, the iron becomes harder, more resilient. It's not an easy process, and it's certainly not comfortable for the iron, but the end result is a tool of unmatched strength and utility. This is what Stoics aim for when they embrace physical challenges. They see each sweat, each strain, each moment of discomfort as a hammer strike, shaping them into stronger, more resilient beings. But it's not just about physical strength, it's also about mental fortitude. When we push our bodies beyond what we thought was possible, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of more. We unlock hidden reserves of courage, determination, and resilience. And with this newfound strength, we are better equipped to face life's challenges and adversities. When is silence more powerful than words? This question opens up the seventh and final Stoic lesson we will explore today. Silence is strength. The Stoics, in their profound wisdom, recognized the immense power of restraint in speech. They understood that words, while capable of building bridges, can also create walls. It's a skill we all need to master, the ability to discern when to speak and when to hold our tongue. Consider the moment when you are fueled by anger or frustration. The burning desire to lash out is almost irresistible, isn't it? But remember, words spoken in haste are often regretted at leisure. The Stoics would advise us to practice restraint, to let the storm of emotion pass before we speak. Or imagine a situation where everyone around you is engaged in idle gossip or meaningless chatter. The urge to join in can be strong, but in choosing silence, you demonstrate strength of character and maintain your peace of mind. Silence can also be a powerful tool in negotiation. By holding back, you allow the other party to reveal more than they intended, giving you the upper hand. In these instances, and countless others, silence is not just golden, it's a symbol of power, a testament of self-discipline. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where words seem to be the easy choice, remember the Stoic lesson. Sometimes, the most potent statement is the one left unsaid. In silence, we find our greatest strength. Thank you for joining me on this journey of growth and empowerment. If you are inspired, please like and subscribe. Until next time, embrace the path to your best self with blueprints for mindful mastery.